Welcome to Blacksburg, Virginia, home to a team that brings this lunch pail each and every game, the Virginia Tech Hokies. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a team from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Hokies will put total leather to crank us up. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. He wants to throw. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. At the 45 on his way. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
How about it, RD? What a start. You want to come out and say, I'm going to be aggressive. We're going to take shots. We're going to make big plays. Look no further than the first play of the game. What a start.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll try the run. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. The Big Orange churning out those first downs on the ground, sort of like Arian Foster used to do.
Yeah, you couldn't write the script any better. Just pound the ball, establish the run game, opens up the play action, exactly how you want to run your offense.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Pulls it and fires to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. He makes the connection. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. With all those receivers in the game, you might think they were getting ready to try to take a big shot. Instead, just efficiently moving the chains.
Yeah, you got all that speed. It scares the mess out of me. I might give you more of a cushion, especially in some areas where you're going to get good matchups of safeties or linebackers on receivers. Nice execution by the offense, getting the free first down.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. The give to the tailback. Pulled down after a pickup of 3, balls at the 13.
At the 13-yard line. 2nd down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Now they'll run it to the right here. Pulled down after a pickup of 5. They'll mark it at the 8. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown ball.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Offense getting set for first down. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field. Get it to him early on the first drive. Let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often. And he picks up the big game.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Give to the running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Jones. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
I'll tell you, as a quarterback, it's going to be hard throwing the ball over the middle of the field against this defense because these D linemen are huge, and they've got long arms. That was like trying to throw over a 10-foot tall person. Nearly impossible.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll get rid of it. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive.
And he's running in the open. The 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Tennessee. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
And the extra point splits the uprights. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. From the shotgun, the inside give. There's a live football. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing, big turnover forced by the defense.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Just slithered through the tackle, and he's got room to run. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I'll tell you what, when the ball's tossed on the perimeter really quickly, you got to take really good angles. When I'm a safety and I'm spinning down, I'm trying to catch that guy. He's got so much space out there now. I don't have a lot of help from my defensive tackles or my defensive ends. Those are tough spots to be in. You could tell the running back won that battle, got a bunch of yards. Nice positive play for this offense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Man, you know, you always look back in games at single plays that turn the tide. And with this defense now trailing by 2 possessions, if they could have just caught the ball and gotten that pick, that potentially changes everything in this game. That was a missed opportunity.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. And it's right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Fielded in the end zone. It's Heath. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Look at this Hokie offense. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to throw. It's Drones. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Finds his big tight end. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. He keeps throwing it like this for the Hokies, and the defense will have to sleep with one eye open.
And the defense is going to have to grip those pillows tight, because when a QB gets going and spinning it with the ability to run the football too, and the diversity of this offense, it can be tough, and the Hokies fans will be excited.
Here we go. To the air on first down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. And as I saw that screen start to develop, I thought, big play coming. I just didn't realize it would be for the defense.
Yeah, they got in there quick, and the quarterback's supposed to see that, right? He's supposed to let him come upfield, buy a little bit of time, but then he's got to get rid of it, get it to his playmaker. The offense did not do their end of the bargain. Quarterback got sacked.
Motion from the offense. Looking to throw on second down. Oh, does he turn that loose down the middle. And he intercepts it. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers, because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Here comes the offense on first down. Looking for a crease. It's Selden. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Mark down at the 42. Brings up second down. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Tennessee 17, Virginia Tech 0.
Pressure on them defense.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. And they get the sack just like that.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Vols will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Breaks a tackle and he's got room. Open runway ahead. At the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead. They still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting the second half and you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
And they did tack on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. It bounced through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Here comes the offense on second down. Looking for space. It's Sampson. Bust through behind his pad. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. It is a maxim of Tennessee football that you must be physical.
Physical. It's this kind of people they are, right? Tennessee people are physical. They want to do the dirty work. They're willing to do the dirty work, and you love it when your team has a bunch of grinders, a bunch of physical guys, a bunch of blue-collar guys that want to work.
They'll give it to him again. At the 35, he's loose. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Volunteers! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Virginia Tech, 7.
He'll bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback.
Take over. First and 10.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Fundamental football with the Hokies. We talk about special teams, but the running game has always been part of their DNA.
And when you continue to find guys at the running back spot like David Wilson, and those guys that you can feature, you can give them the ball, establish that physicality, establish that playmaking, it gets everything rolling for this offense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Tootin. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Here's the handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. To the air, it's Drones. It's complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Hokies decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. He's going to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Snatches it on the right. He's loose. 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown ball.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point.
And the pass hits, picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. On the ground, it's Sampson. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll go to the ground. And the Volunteers will move the sticks with the first down.
So far, everything's just seemed to work for this offense when they've wanted to run the football. Regardless of what down and distance it is, they're able to get it done. Up front, getting a lot of push, and these backs are finding the holes.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Running back searching for a hole. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Splits the uprights. Good. And that lead grows even bigger. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Solid return, decent field position as he goes out of bounds at the 30. get another look at this Hokie offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quick that you can go to.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
After the incompletion on second down, it's 3rd and inches. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Caught in the backfield. It's Tootin. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
And the Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1.
Let's go. Set. Check. Black 33, mouse choice. 33, mouse.
On the run, it's Tootin. Nice move to keep running. Finds a crease at the 20. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Just enough time to get off one more snap. With the run on 1st and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception for this quarterback, and now you throw another one, you know, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Never a doubt. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime.
Tennessee, 34. Virginia Tech, 10.
The Vols will line up to kick off and start the second half. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Handoff from the gun. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Hokies want to pick up the tempo. To the air. It's Drones. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they...
And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Line gets set, first down. Using his legs, it's Sampson. Oh, it's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Give to the single back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over $100 on the game, but his defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Scanning the field, it's Iamaleava. Got his man in the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
Just beautiful. And that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
Looking to go up top on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. It's a big stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Tennessee. And the beatdown has ensued.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive in the third quarter, march it down the field and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Drones. Big Decent connection. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And the Hokies will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Showing the arm strength down the left side. And it's his 4th interception of the game.
Well, that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield, and the defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for room. It's Selden. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
The give to the lone running back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Volunteers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
The run from the shotgun. Very useful run there to get away from the goal line. He'll pick up 4 out to the 6.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Here we go.
A full field of defensive backs trying to take away the deep ball.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Tennessee 41, Virginia Tech 10.
Keep the sticks moving. Keep them moving. This is your game. Let's go.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll leave it with the lone back. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
White 18, Rocky switch. White 8, black.
They go to the ground. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Hokies racing to the line in the hurry-up.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
After the incompletion, let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 33. To the air, it's Drones. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. On target to the left. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Red pass, it's complete. Open space at the 25. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep.
Throws toward the end zone. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Vols will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes a move. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. He's looking to throw it. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch.
Throws for the end zone. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Volunteers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out.
Return runs out of bounds.
Get another look at this Hokie offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. He leaves it with his back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. It's fourth down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him, and they convert. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Got room at the 35. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Drones. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. He'll just keep slinging it. Looking for a deep man. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. Not a lot of drama in this one as they just get punched in the face and lose by double figures.
Not a lot of drama, but there is a lot to fix. On offense, on defense, on special teams. This team, David, they've got a lot to figure out.
Yeah, but you know what, Jesse? The coaches are going to be in a great mood. The bus rides, the plane rides, those will all be real fun. Practice this week, it's going to be a blast.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.